Hello everyone, welcome to Grimm's Garage, and today we are looking at something new. Final Faction has finally hit me. Been looking at them for the last 2 or 3 years. This coming from your local Dollar Tree. It is their own IP, heavily inspired by many things of the past. I grew up with the best toys in the 80s. Now I wish we had something similar to this. Of course we had a lot of great things. But the fact that these are $1 or $1.25 a piece, and they have many accessories, for that price you can customize these, you can use the parts for other lines. This is just amazing. Now, unfortunately, I've just started, and I tried to go with all the Alpha Team first, which are the good guys. But they do have the opposing team of aliens called the Karn. Now, I did grab the vehicle and the vehicle accessories so far for that, because I didn't want to miss out. Fortunately, I haven't not found the good guy's vehicle yet. There is many to this line that I have not obtained yet, but for now, let's stabilize the camera and take a closer look and open them. Alright, first off, I'm just going to show each one carded, and then we'll quickly open them all up. Here is Master Sergeant Steadfast, who apparently is part cyborg. He comes with a helmet and a gun. Now on the back card you can see the initial series of heroes and aliens. I have none of the aliens yet. Karn, apparently. And apparently I've got all 4 of the initial release series 1 of heroes. And the subsequent accessories. At least I thought I had them all. Apparently there are more accessories than just 1 for each character. This is his cyborg accessory pack. Each one shows how they could be used. And see, I have Buck Assault, but apparently there's also a Buck Rampage. So there's more than 1 for each character, or at least some. Anyway, next we have Sergeant Ruck, as just mentioned. He has some little laser gun and a backpack or something. His accessory pack, Ruck Assault. We have Sergeant Steel. Kind of like a dragonfly man. Kind of like some Marvel characters we won't mention. His accessory pack is a way better wing set in armor and helmet. Yep, called the Dragonfly. And we have Specialist Shift. She's got a pair of ninja swords. And her accessory pack, the Shift Blades. And we have ACRM, Augmented Combat Rescue Mech. His accessory pack, which makes him look a bit Gundam-ish. And got some other stuff, a couple things from Series 2. There's a P-131 automated drone. A little hard to see, but we're going to open all these. Series 2. A new line of heroes. I have seen some of these, but I only buy myself 1 or 2 with my change every time I go to the store. And Perimeter Defense X4 turret. Looks like it probably has spring action. And it looks like there's 2 other alien weapon things. Oh, very cool. And here is a random accessory pack. Weapons pack, heavy arms. Just random extra guns. That is really cool. Especially for $1.25. You know, if they did this for G.I. Joe, they'd be charging $20. These are awesome. Just buy these for your G.I. Joes. And last, we've got the Karn Rumbler. Some type of alien chariot vehicle. And the vehicles themselves have accessory packs. Alright, I'm going to open all these up and show them off. Alright, we've got them all open and accessorized. Here we start with Master Sergeant Steadfast with his cyborg accessories. His cyborg accessories are all the light gray pieces. His left cyborg arm can have a claw, double blade like a Wolverine kind of thing, or laser, I'm not sure, or a dual Gatling. Now, as I said, this line seems to take inspiration from many past toy lines. This one I could see some Star Wars influence, and maybe even Doom, the video game. Let's take his accessories off. And this is what you get initially with just the figure. A helmet and a gun. So a lot of these characters all have helmets, so and they're the same size, so they remind me of the Mask toy and cartoon line from the 80s. Those were fun. If you're looking for other things to play with these, the Mask series is similar size. Star Wars, the old G.I. Joes, all that stuff will work. Now, this guy here, obviously he reminds me of the Falcon from Marvel. But his accessory pack, the wings and these rockets on the back, are a bit of a pain in the butt. They want to fall apart a lot. So if it's going to be played with a lot and you want it to look like this, there are some points where you might want to glue them on. Yeah, his accessory pack makes him look a lot better. Got guns on the tail, double moving wings, two little rockets here on the back, which do remove. I'll go ahead and take his backpack off. You can see all the wings come apart. You're not going to want to glue the wings in because then they don't move, but you might want to put a little glue on some of these spots to keep the two pieces sandwiched together. Just a suggestion. That, the helmet and the armor were all his accessory pack. He initially just came with a lesser version of the backpack. And that's what you initially get. Another fun vintage toy that would work well with these and Star Wars and Mask that I've mentioned is the vintage Fisher-Price building set called Constructs. That was a favorite of mine, and a lot of people back in the 70s and 80s would use those to build space stations for their Star Wars figures. So if you happen to have any Constructs, Fisher-Price Constructs, you might want to look into those. It's a great building set for building dioramas and scenery for figures of about this size. And here we have Specialist Shift with all her accessory pack, which is a lot of extra weapons that all conveniently fit on a little backpack thing here. She's got some type of spear staff thingy. Not sure what this is. Maybe just decorative, but maybe not. I've never seen anything like it. Does have a handle. It's got some nunchucks and a shuriken, or maybe a glaive. Does anybody recall the movie Krull That was a cool weapon. There's also an Atari game. That was all of her accessories. She initially just comes with this, which initially I was disappointed with because I thought it was static. But no, these guys come out. Very cool for $1, $1.25 at least. All right. Now we have Sergeant Ruck with all of his accessories. One of his accessory packs. Apparently he has another pack that I do not have yet. He did have to put all these little wheels on, but they just snap right on. Got geared wheels. He's got a pair of Gatling guns on his arm that do rotate. Again, mask-like helmet, which never made sense because they were always helmet, not mask. And by the way, at least these characters have a somewhat painted face. The old vintage mask figures had just plain skin face. They did not bother to paint them, which is really weird. Why would you cheap out on that when the whole point of it is removable mask? You'd want something to reveal, wouldn't you? Let's get that little rocket that is removable. Let's take everything off and show you what it comes with initially. And there you go. Sergeant Ruck, that's what he comes with. Just one gun for the shoulder and a little backpack. Looks a lot different with the accessories. It's a very cool toy. And here we have ACRM, Augmented Combat Rescue Mech. Obviously, it could have some Gundam influence. And many other Japanese lines. Maybe Avengelon. But very cool looking. Initially, he doesn't come with anything because he's so big. So if we remove his accessories, which are all the light blue pieces, that's the initial figure you get. Alright, and here is the random weapons pack heavy arms. Now, speaking of all the different pieces, they're made up of multiple types of plastic. If it needs to be pliable, they make it pliable. These weapons here are more of a stiffer Lego-like plastic, which I expected to have like the cheapest plastics ever. And they're not the greatest, but they're not the cheapest that I have had expected. Yeah, some of these weapon packs would be great for other toy lines. Gatling. Oh, very cool. And next we have the P-131 automated drone. He's got two moving arms. Head doesn't really move, but the legs do as well. Not that there's much posability there. But kind of cool. I wonder if they'll ever accessorize that. Alright. And we have Perimeter Defense X4 turret, which surprisingly all four legs are articulated. I didn't expect that. I expected them to be solid and static. But very cool. Reminds me of the turrets you set up in Fallout 4 I was playing. Anyway, mine at least is kind of finicky, but you know what? All these old toys that similar to this are finicky. It's not much force. It is spring-loaded, but it's hard to get it to hook. You gotta get it to catch in the right spot. But not bad. That is a cool toy. That would go great with almost any other toy line. And last but not least, find it here. We've got the Rumbler with accessories. Unfortunately, I don't even have any of the Karn figures to put in here. But here we have the Chariot with, well, I call it a Chariot, with accessory pack. Now the accessory pack is the 2 front claws and the tail. This is what you initially get in the vehicle pack. And with that, thank you for joining me today. If you're new because of this odd content, please subscribe. I'll cover many other toys, but mostly die-cast, honestly. I hope you'll join me again soon. Have a good night.